Ethiopia has formally launched EBRF against Eritrea. Welcome to my views and news. Thanks for watching the channel. Uh, Less than 24 hours ago, on Ethiopian soil, EBRF was launched, which has announced the start of a struggle to topple Eritrean government led by President Isaias Afwerki. We have been hearing for the last 1 year or so. I've been sharing it with you that Ethiopian government is training, organizing Eritrean opposition groups for an armed struggle against the Eritrean government. Eritrea is doing the same. It is backing Ethiopian opposition armed groups which are fighting the security forces in Ethiopia. Yesterday, on the 8th of June 2025, EBRF was formally launched. EBRF held its press briefing in Addis Ababa, the Ethiopian capital. Eritrean Blue Revolution Front, EBRF, is mainly Brigade Nhamedu. Last year, when Brigade Nhamedu started its activities in Ethiopia, it identified itself as Brigade Nhamedu. Brigade Nhamedu was a non-violent movement launched by Eritrean diaspora community. It was centered in Europe. It spread to the North America as well. But its policy of resorting to attacks on gatherings, pro-Eritrean government gatherings, was bound to have repercussions. We saw that John Black, other Brigade Nhamedu leaders, they were put in prisons, and in some countries, raids were conducted by security forces at Brigade Nhamedu. Now, Brigade Nhamedu people have stopped carrying out attacks against pro-Eritrean government diaspora groups. It was using violence as one of its tactics, but we cannot call the Brigade Nhamedu, which operated in Europe, an armed group. This group, which has been formed, Eritrean Blue Revolution Front, EBRF, it is going to start an armed struggle to topple Isaias Afwerki government. It's a group, not a coalition, because Eritrean Afar National Congress, EANC, which is another Eritrean group operating in Ethiopia, has a working relationship with this group, EBRF. But EANC is working independently. Rasado Red Sea Afar Democratic Organization led by Ibrahim Harun is another group, again operating independently. Teji is trying to enter Ethiopia as well, transitional government in Eritrea. All these groups are operating separately. They have good working relationship with each other. And the thing which is binding them together is the Ethiopian government support for them. Military support, support in terms of training, supports in terms of financial assistance, supports in terms of providing them with weapons, with logistics to start this armed struggle against Isaias Afwerki government. I have a clip for you of these Brigade Nhamedu people who are now calling themselves as Eritrean Blue Revolution Front people. They have launched a website to Eritrean Blue Revolution Front.org, where they will upload updates about their activities. Question views, can we say that Brigade Nhamedu has turned into EBLF? Well, there are several Brigade Nhamedu groups who don't back this armed struggle, especially those groups based in Europe, based in America. They cannot publicly support EBRF. If they support EBRF publicly, their status, residential status, could be in danger. So that is why EBRF, that is why Brigade Nhamedu, is rebranding himself, adopting a new name to protect Brigade Nhamedu, which is operating in Europe, in North America. And when Brigade Nhamedu, led by Kiros Asfaha, Brene, Bijenege etc., they started their activities in Ethiopia, several other Brigade Nhamedu people did not accept it. We cannot say that all Brigade Nhamedu groups are behind EBR. What is happening on Ethiopian territory is a provocation, definitely. By the way, 2 days ago, 48 hours ago, Ethiopian PM said that, yes, Ethiopia wants access to sea. It wants the restoration of sea access, but through peaceful means, through dialogue. This is what peaceful means for the Ethiopian government, that you are launching opposition, Eritrean armed groups on your territory. And your agenda is simple, you want access to sea. These EBRF people need to be very careful. They can be thrown under the bus, by the way. Abiy could use them and discard them. So they need to be very careful. Same is the case with Ethiopian opposition groups, which are being used by Saas Afwerki. Eritrean president is going to use Ethiopian opposition groups to weaken Prosperity Party. I don't think Saas Afwerki would like TPLF to be back in power in Addis Ababa to challenge Eritrea once again. So TPLF, others need to be very careful. Both leaders are using proxies against each other. They have been involved in proxy war for years during EPRDF era. So they're back to square one. This time, things are more open, I think. Ethiopia operating openly, Eritrea operating indiscreet. I have a clip for you of Brigade Nhamedu people when they announced the formation of EBRF in Addis Ababa on the 8th of June 2025 yesterday. Watch the clip. Thanks for watching.
Launch of the Eritrean Blue Revolution Front, EBRF, Brigade Nhamedu. The Eritrean Blue Revolution Front, EBRF, began in 2022 as Brigade Nhamedu. Initially, the movement focused on organizing protests, events, and campaigns. The objective was to raise awareness about the Eritrean regime's illegal activities, its militarized propaganda festivals, and its transnational repression. EBRF Front, as it's currently organized, was founded in 2023, with meetings taking place in many countries across the diaspora. This includes organizing exploratory trips and engagements aimed at confronting the Eritrean regime. These were held on the ground in Ethiopia and beyond in neighboring countries. The movement takes different shapes, from peaceful protests to confrontations with the Eritrean regime's agents. Sometimes this has resulted in strong police responses and has resulted in severe legal consequences for those participating in these activities. This took place when the Blue Revolution's actions against the Eritrean regime's events in the diaspora were reaching a peak, gaining momentum around the world. Their successes prompted the movement to design a new strategy to take the struggle against the dictatorship inside Eritrea itself. Political positions of Eritrean Blue Revolution Front. The goal of the founders and core groups who took these initiatives is to involve our people in shaping a plan to form a front, EBRF, to overthrow the dictatorship ruling Eritrea. The aim is simple but powerful: to oversee the peaceful transfer of power to the Eritrean people. The BRF's, or the front's, formal launch comes within a day of its publication on the 8th of June 2025. EBRF Front is not an insular group. It's an open-minded organization. It's on amicable terms with Eritrean Afar National Congress, EANC, and looks forward to having fruitful relations with all Eritrean groups who seek a democratic future for our nation.